England is an island nation defined by a coastline that has shaped its history and its identity for centuries. However, that shoreline was historically a patchwork of private estates, military zones, and strict trespassing laws that kept the public away from the water. Even where paths existed, they were physically temporary. The English coast is geologically unstable, with cliffside footpaths frequently snapping off and falling into the sea. Between private property barriers and a crumbling landscape, walking the entire perimeter of the country was a legal and physical impossibility. In 2023, an 18-year effort to unify the shoreline was renamed the King Charles III England Coast Path. To see how this works, we're following the progress of our guide, Barnaby the Turtle, along the world's longest managed coastal trail. Barnaby's route relies on a series of legal and engineering workarounds designed to turn fragmented land into a single public space. The project spans 2,700 miles, connecting 6 distinct phases of shoreline into one continuous journey. In the northeast, the trail follows a wild landscape dotted with 1,400-year-old structures, including the massive walls of Bamburgh Castle. To the south, that same path scales the ancient geology of the Jurassic Coast, including the natural limestone arch at Dirtle Door. By applying one unified access law to these diverse geographies, the trail bypasses centuries of entrenched private property rights. The initial legal shift began with the 2009 Marine and Coastal Access Act, which created the framework to bypass private property. This created the coastal margin. As this diagram shows, the right of access extends seaward from the path, creating 943 square miles of what planners call spreading room. On official ordnance survey maps, these are shown as pink zones. Within them, walkers have a legal right to roam away from the main trail. This allows the public to explore beaches, dunes, and tide pools that were once off-limits or subject to trespass laws. Instead of a narrow line of travel, the trail functions as a broad, continuous corridor of access. Because the coastline is constantly eroding, traditional footpaths are often lost to the sea as the cliffs beneath them collapse. To prevent the trail from disappearing, the legislation includes a rollback mechanism. If the cliff erodes, the path legally moves inland to a new, safe position. Traditional rights-of-way are lost once the land is gone, but the rollback provision allows the trail to be adjusted without the need for a lengthy new legal order. By adapting to the movement of the earth, the trail is legally designed to remain continuous, even as the physical shoreline recedes. Establishing a usable route required physical changes on the ground, such as removing stiles and prioritizing step-free stretches. These engineering standards make the coast accessible to travelers with reduced mobility, wheelchair users, and those moving at a slower pace. The project demonstrates that true public access requires removing both legal boundaries and physical barriers. The completed path has unified the English shoreline into an area now known as the Coastal Wild Belt. Approximately 86.5% of the coastal margin contributes to England's 30 by 30 goal, which aims to protect 30% of the nation's land for nature by 2030. The path connects priority habitats and protected landscapes, integrating environmental conservation into the route itself. Barnaby's journey suggests that significant achievements, whether they involve millions of years of geology or 18 years of planning, require persistence. The King Charles III England Coast Path ensures the shoreline remains legally open to the public, regardless of erosion or changes in land ownership. You can now pick up your boots and a journal and explore this 2,700-mile legacy for yourself.